Bob, not a bad evening
No,
today.
pretty nice,
I liked
pretty
it.
nice.
Yeah,
it
was
was
nice out there.
not many storms around. Skies cleared out pretty quickly. Folks were able
The
to.
moon was awesome.
Yeah, big moon out there
really
too.
Pretty.
We are looking at a pretty decent weekend too ahead. Not much rain to rain things out. So if you have any outdoor events planned, it should be okay. This is a look at a tower cam as we move through time here on time lapse. You can see this one lone storm coming on in from the southwest here, and you'll see it just kind of building, and that was bringing heavy rainfall down to near Inglewood. This is looking south a little bit, and a nice shot there with the anvil there being lit up as the sun was setting. And Norm Schimmel sending the picture of that same storm right there. Look at that, Sarasota Bay, just a towering cumulonimbus cloud there that did produce a lot of rainfall. As far as we're concerned, not much rain out there right now, and it's going to stay dry for the most part overnight. Now, there's a chance we could see a coastal shower here on the land breeze that will develop, and rainfall amounts mainly east of I-75, although some work their way a little bit to the west of that. We did see some rainfall near Palmer Ranch and down near Osprey earlier. The heaviest rain by far was in Inglewood at 1.3 inches there, and Port Charlotte estimates of 1.3 as well, but looks like the rain near the Venetian, over an inch of rainfall there associated with a few showers and a few storms that developed along the sea breeze. Now, things are going to be changing a bit. That was at Lake Sarasota and places up north near Foxley and also near Parrish had some pretty heavy rainfall earlier on. Well, this frontal boundary has now become a, for the most part, trough of low pressure, a little wind shift change. High pressure has been bumped out of the southeast down over the top of us, and that will suppress a lot of our thunderstorm activity like it did today. And that'll be the same case on Saturday. Now, eventually that high gets pushed all the way down to our south on Sunday, which means more of a westerly component, which will warm us up for overnight readings like we're seeing right now. 83 degrees with a dew point at 75. It feels more like about 93, 94 degrees right now. The winds are calm. The pressure 30.03 inches. That is rising. High pressure will dominate over the weekend. And the high today at 92 degrees. Not expecting any record-breaking highs due to that westerly component of wind, and 96 the record set in 2007. This morning's low was warm too at 77 degrees. No rainfall officially at the airport. We're below average for the month and for the year. You can see all that moisture associated with that line of low pressure stretching from the Carolinas all the way over to Texas tonight. And then there's a stronger cold front moving through the central plains, which will eventually push that high pressure down further south of our area, which will bring us that westerly flow. Well, in the tropics, Fiona just barely hanging on tonight as it heads off to the west-northwest. This area is looking a little bit more interesting tonight. Deep convection developing with it. First off, Fiona is expected to continue to move on this west-northwesterly course. Although the shift has been a little bit further off to the south and west tonight, we still believe that it will be downgraded to a tropical depression in a couple of days. Top winds are at 40 and not much further strengthening expected with it due to the dry air around it. But this is that other system behind Fiona, which the forecast models are suggesting that has a pretty good chance of developing. And this one will stay on a more westerly course in time as it makes its way toward the eastern Caribbean in about 5 days from now. So we'll watch that very closely. The next named storm will be Gaston. This one, Fiona, is having a hard time with all the dry air around it, and it looks like it will eventually fade away in the next couple of days in the open waters of the Atlantic. For us, not much going on. Inland storms pushing off to the east in the afternoon and evening. That'll be similar on Sunday. Not many storms around due to the fact that we will see high pressure dominate the weather right through the weekend, and it's pretty much at all levels of the atmosphere, so that really suppresses most of the storms. A light chop for boaters. Good boating weather both Saturday and Sunday. The water temperature now at 88 degrees. The UV index will be high at a 9. Low tide at 8:45, and the forecast tonight, evening storms could be a few near the coast, but other than that, partly cloudy and warm. 78 for a low temperature. That's very warm. Late morning, early afternoon shower, not out of the question, but most of the activity will be inland. The extended forecast does call for temperatures to stay into the low 90s, but warm overnight readings with lows right around 80 degrees and not much chance of rain until we get to Wednesday of next week.